The picturesque village of Ein Karem, located on the slopes of Jerusalem, could be described as the cradle of Jewish and Christian history in the land of Israel. It also witnessed hundreds of years of Arab history, but it is most famous as the birthplace of Jesus' cousin, John the Baptist.
It's the place where the whole Jewish and I would say Christian and maybe even Muslim story started in the land of Israel. From the Jewish point of view, this is the place where even before we had a country here, this was the meeting place of Melchizedek, the Canaanite king of Jerusalem, with Abraham, who is the father of the two religions. And it happened right here in the valley. So this is the beginning of the Jewish village that later on, for many, many years, was an agricultural village for 1,000 years until the Roman destruction of Judea.
It is the fourth holiest place in Christianity. Here Mary came pregnant with Jesus to stay with her cousin Elizabeth, who was pregnant with John the Baptist.
The story of Mary pregnant with Jesus, coming from Nazareth in the north, going to Bethlehem, which is right here. And in the middle they stop in this village, Ein Karem. She stops with her pregnancy here to meet her cousin, Elizabeth, who is also pregnant with John the Baptist. Both women, cousins, are pregnant. And the meeting is a very important meeting in Christianity, because at that time John the Baptist was jumping in the womb of his mother, recognizing Jesus in the womb of his mother. So this meeting is the first meeting of the two of them and the first recognition of Jesus Christ. And it's also important for the Muslims, because the mosque that you will see here is the mosque that was built on the name of Omar, the conqueror of Jerusalem in the 7th century. He stopped here on the way to conquer Jerusalem.
During the War of Independence in 1948, most Arabs fled the village. In his book on Ein Karem, Moshe Amirav dedicated a whole chapter to John the Baptist, who he considers his Jewish hero. Who was this man, Jesus' cousin, who baptized him in the Jordan River?
He was considered at the time the greatest Jew, and it was also mentioned by Jesus that he is the greatest of all the Jews in our time. I think he was from the Isim, special sects in Judaism, who lived here. And he was actually the first communist in history. He came and spoke about if you have two shirts, you have to give one to the other one. And he was killed, by the king, Herod, because he was against the kingdom and against the corruption.
John's father was a high priest in the temple in Jerusalem.
He went to Jerusalem to work in the temple for 1 week and then came back, and he grew in his garden vegetables for another week.
Eleanor, the mother of the Byzantine Emperor Constantine, came to Ein Karem, and she built the first church in honor of John the Baptist.
The basis is Byzantine. On the top of it, it's another story. King of Jerusalem in the time of the Crusaders built the church that you see today.
To build the church, Eleanor ordered her men to knock down the Roman statue of Venus on the hill. While researching his book on Ein Karem, Moshe Amirav discovered a mikveh on the hill which dates back from long before John the Baptist. The mikveh is one of the oldest Jewish findings in the Jerusalem area.
We found a hole full with water, and nobody knew what it is. So I brought some archaeologists, I'm not an archaeologist, and they proved actually what I thought, that this is a mikveh.
In a nutshell, the picturesque village of Ein Karem embodies the whole history of the land of Israel and Jerusalem.